Community buzzing, the Mac Mini M5 for 2026. If you're in the market for a powerhouse desktop that doesn't break the bank, or if you're just obsessed with Apple Silicon magic like I am, you're gonna want to stick around for this entire breakdown. Trust me, by the end, you'll be rethinking your whole setup, and I'll reveal why this could be the best value Mac ever made. Let's jump right in. Picture this. It's early 2026, and Apple drops a bombshell at their spring event or maybe even WWDC. Out comes the Mac Mini M5. Sleek, compact, and packing more punch than most full-size PCs. But how did we get here? Well, it all starts with the leaks that have been trickling out over the past few months. Insiders from Bloomberg, MacRumors, and even code dives into macOS have given us tantalizing glimpses. And folks, these aren't just wild guesses. These are based on solid reports from people in the know like Mark Gurman, who's rarely wrong about this stuff. First off, let's talk about the heart of this machine. The M5 chip. Apple's been on a tear with their M-series silicon, and the M5 is set to take it to the next level. From what we've seen in leaked benchmarks, allegedly from prototypes tied to next-gen iPads, the M5 is looking at a 10 to 15% boost in CPU performance over the M4. That means single-core scores pushing past 4,000 and multi-core, hitting around 15,000 or more. Imagine editing 8K video without a hitch, running complex simulations, or even dipping into AI workloads that would choke older machines. And the GPU? Up to 36% faster, which could finally make the Mac Mini a serious contender for gaming. Yeah, you heard that right. Apple's tiny desktop might just destroy Windows PCs in titles like Cyberpunk 2077 or Black Myth, Wukong, especially with their growing game library. But it's not just raw power. The M5 is rumored to be built on TSMC's advanced 3nm process, with whispers of even dipping into 2 nanometers for better efficiency. That translates to longer battery life if you're thinking portable, but for the Mini it means cooler operation and lower power draw. No more noisy fans during intense sessions. This thing could run whisper quiet while handling pro-level tasks. And get this, the base model is expected to start with 16 GB of unified RAM, ditching the old 8 GB configs for good. That's huge for multitasking, like having multiple browser tabs, Photoshop and Final Cut Pro open without a stutter. Now, if you're eyeing the Pro side, the M5 Pro variant is where things get really exciting. Leaks suggest it'll come with at least 24 GB of RAM and Thunderbolt 5 ports for blazing fast data transfers, up to 80 gigabits per second or more. Imagine hooking up multiple 8K displays or external GPUs without bottlenecks. This isn't just an upgrade. It's a game changer for creators, developers, and even small businesses looking for enterprise-level performance in a package smaller than a lunchbox. Let's pause for a second and compare this to what we have now. The M4 Mac Mini from 2024 was already a redesigned masterpiece. Slimmer, more ports, and that space black finish that's just chef's kiss. But the M5, reports say no major design overhaul, which is smart because why fix what ain't broken? It'll keep that compact form factor, front-facing power button, and a slew of I/O options. HDMI, Ethernet, USB-A if they stick with it, and those speedy Thunderbolts. Priced right, starting around $599 for the base, it could undercut competitors like custom PCs while offering better integration with the Apple ecosystem. But why should you care about leaks from 2025 leading into 2026? Because timing is everything. Apple has a pattern. They refresh their lineup methodically. After the M4 wave, the M5 is slated for early to mid-2026. Some sources point to a first quarter launch, maybe March, aligning with macOS updates. Others say WWDC in June for a big reveal. Either way, if you're holding off on buying an M4 Mini, this might be why. The performance jump could make the wait worthwhile, especially with AI features in macOS 26 that leverage the new neural engine. Speaking of AI, let's geek out on that. The M5's NPU is rumored to be even more capable, handling on-device machine learning tasks faster than ever. Think real-time video enhancement, smarter Siri responses, or even generative AI tools built right into apps like Photos or Notes. Apple's pushing hard on privacy-focused AI, and the Mac Mini M5 could be the affordable entry point for that future. Imagine training models for your side hustle without cloud dependency. Efficient, secure, and powerful. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is this all hype? Or is there substance? Let's look at the evidence. Code references in macOS Tahoe 26 mention identifiers like J873 for the M5 Mac Mini. That's not fan fiction. That's straight from Apple's own software. And ET News reported mass production starting early 2025 for M5 chips. Combine that with Gurman's reports on the full M5 line.